got his most recent logo tattooed on him. I was just sitting there like, yo, that's some love right there, man. I guess there was like a soccer game or something today. They played his music during halftime.
Nice.
That's
And I'm
interesting.
like, yeah, that is great.
That's actually really impressive. Uh, um, uh, welcome, everyone and all, to a special edition of SoulSym Plays. We are playing Fortnite this evening, Chapter 4, Season 4 premiere reactions. I, as always, am your host, SoulSym Mirak, and with me this afternoon is Janemba
Might have COVID.
from your mama.
Possibly.
That's unfortunate. Well, uh, and there's also Vaughn.
Bagels. Are they the remnants of donut holes?
And darkest, but certainly not least, Destin.
You guys keep talking to me.
I don't see how that was an insult. He just called you darker.
I said darkest, but
expect that.
certainly not least.
Are we talking
Oh.
darkest in party or darkest
Yes, darkest in
general?
party. Darkest in party. Uh,
How to feel about this?
well, you know, it just happens.
Same way you,
It's okay.
same way
It's
you
not
always,
personal.
same way you always feel best with your hand.
Go home.
Or
Just,
I'm already home.
search 3 heist bags.
you going to blue?
Yep. It works for me. SMGs and assault rifles. Okay.
Tomato man. Away. Tomato man. Hooray.
And it. So, well, I assume you got the multiple level up pack Janemba or something.
No. Oh,
The 25 levels?
Yeah, the 25 boost. Yeah, I did.
Okay. Still, fuck.
It's still, what is that, 19 levels that are all his. There's 9 more than me
My-
and 10 more than
My
you.
goal, my goal is 50 by end of tomorrow.
Somebody else is dropping in, so be careful, y'all.
Yeah. I put security down the middle.
Track. Slow motion.
Did they find smallpox?
Nope, but I bought a key. Oh yeah, yes, I'm sorry, I did find smallpox, I'm sorry. I'm speaking too fast. There's some right up over there. And then I also,
I found some. Okay, I got 2 smallpox and a big pot for somebody.
I need a big pot.
Big pot for me, double small for somebody else.
Yo, so I've been snapping on the Raka, actually. So, I played 4 matches earlier today, and Royale 3 of them
Nice.
ranked. So,
Nice.
here, there's a little here. Um,
Right. Somebody who wants this turret, they can have it.
You have to pick it up first.
So, here. stop it. Where are we going?
Map says. Well, it's well, that is states outside, and also they just got the key. So let's go up here. Go close. Somebody just.
Nope, nope, no.
Okay.
Alright, repeat
So
it.
I didn't know that I could put. You could put the C4 on the car.
That's what's gonna put in me?
No, I don't. I only did it the one time, but like, yeah, oh, you can do that. That's cool. And because it's mine, it won't hurt you guys if we decide to run into someone.
We did people on car and run into somebody.
Fucking battlefield it. 10 feet, Curry.
We all
10
find
feet.
some.
10 feet, Curry.
Lord, man.
Do 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 do.
Like, I'm the one who smoked 10 minutes ago. Oh, my kid, you probably did too.
Is that wall just break and reform?
Yeah.
Now it is in a better spot. Did they already been hit?
No, the vault's still closed. It's the NPC that has the key over there.
It's interesting.
No, he's right there.
Yeah, there it is. He is. Okay. Vault's open.
On my way.
Oh, I want that. I want that.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my.
Vaughn, I'm gonna give up. I'm even gonna give up that burst for it to make sure somebody has to get something. Everybody ready?
Hold on.
There's no boat, dude.
That's fine. Wasn't looking for the bow. I was just trying to get into the
Just
bow.
letting you know. I'm just letting you know. That's fine.
There's not really anything left in here, huh? Okay.
I'll just give you an ammo, but whatever. Ooh, and the storm is right up our ass.
Whoa.
That's all solid. Damn it. why did I go this way?
I'm not sure. Upstairs, come to me. Is there an exit rift here too?
Not that I've seen. Look at the wall. Well, I'm looking at it. Who's healing? Anybody got something to heal?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm gonna check this weapon crate over here. Dimmer.
Suitcase upstairs.
Oh, there's one of those caches in the distance.
Back where we can. Oh no, it's like towards the other.
Yeah. Although it might be turning off purple soon, so it's worth it. Ah, it's about to change.
It should still give us more.
Yeah, it'll still get out. Oh, there's two of them. I'm on one right now.
Where are you?
Right behind you.
Really? Because, like, there's nothing there for this.
Oh, I see the thing. He's sitting in it. I just don't see a.
People are
see
coming.
a beam at it. Yep, right at you, Curry.
Yep.
He left.
What a bitch.
Like his mother's no contact.
Oh, his homeboy's here.
Hey, Fish, you see your friend left.
He's up there behind the rock. Now he's behind the tree. He's running to the left.
Get him?
He's running
Yep.
away.
Where?
Right
Can
there.
you tag him?
Oh, there's.
Another team?
Yeah, that's another team that's over there. On red. Oh, I just got shot. Fuck. Did everyone got their sword?
What is
I
it?
grabbed mine, but
Okay, I'm getting lag or something because you guys are
Yeah, I've
running
been
at like
getting
high
it too.
speed.
oh my god, where are we getting shot from?
That's what I mean. You guys tell me shit's happening and there's nothing happening on my screen. I'm not
Okay,
seeing
the
bullets, I'm not
the
hearing
guy
gunfire.
behind you. On the ridge right there behind you. Yeah. I'm getting behind this tree so you guys can pick me up. Somebody pick me up, please.
I'm
God
trying
damn.
to keep moving because there's a sniper who's lighting us the fuck up. I don't know where he is.
He's beyond Janemba, behind the house.
Destin,
Hearing
you
fire
have
from
work?
elsewhere. Okay, I'm finna drop on the house.
That's one.
Right here by the tree.
Loading. Fuck.
Behind it, behind it.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, he's on the edge of the storm. He's an idiot.
Ah, damn it.
Good job.
Yep.
Good job.
I think there might be a sniper around that. Those are-
Highest accelerant.
Yeah.
Janemba. They had slurp, so come get this slurp. Destin.
Oh, I already gave him
Somebody.
mine.
Okay.
I have 4 slurp on me.
There you go, Justin. Pick up that other one.
Sniper.
There you
I
go.
don't need it. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, like we were getting some weird lag. 'Cause I kept seeing you guys get hit. I got shot once. It didn't even down my overshield, and that was it. Like they didn't even look at me the entire fight. It was weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
To our left, our right, right. It's a tomato man.
Oh, honest. Yeah. I slept over here for like a little bit, but then I went back upstairs.
Really?
Yeah, those guys just walked right past
Whoa.
me.
I'm down. Fuck.
Oh my god, what the heck are these cats?
Who's their last man?
He ran behind us. This is getting really weird. Is that an evil chicken?
Raiders
Yeah,
did
it was
that.
attacking me. It was attacking me, so I killed it.
Yeah, they put the evil chickens back in the game.
Very.
This whole match is weird.
There's no more shield. I don't want to use my slurp to top off my shields.
Hold on, there's a chest right here that might be shield in it. Or not.
Yeah, let's go. Storm's right behind us. Okay, we got fire.
Slap right here. Push. Come on.
Off in that direction, I believe I saw people.
Yeah,
Yep.
there's another team right there too. Oh, one individual right there.
Oh, balls. I made an error.
There is no air, it's only dual.
Okay, there's somebody on the ridge there.
You're right, Primal.
There are no spelling mistakes, only Zool.
Somebody right here.
Doing that is just only dual. Your life is a lie, only dual.
One more just ahead of us.
Buy my NFTs, only Zool.
Get the hell.
You got oh god, that was terrifying. There's a whole fucking team of Mr. Meeks.
Oh, Jesus.
God.
They're coordinated. They're kind of cool.
Jerry's trying to work on his swing.
Oh, they all got rockets. Oh, you should not be facing towards me, young man. I just ate all of your shields.
I will fuck your mother, only dual.
This is so goddamn strange.
Yeah,
that was the last one.
Only Zool.
We
That was-
defeated Meeseeks for the Royale.
I'm high right now, so that was so fucking weird for me. I was like, how long have I been fighting Meeseeks? Like, what is...
I'm just sitting over here Zoidberging.
I got 9 kills.
There's nothing
I
funnier
got
than seeing.
only got 1 elimination,
1/3.
5 assists.
Oh, okay, there's nothing funnier than seeing.
Oh shoot, Lobby.
Lobby.
G just got back from food, so give me a second. I gotta get the boys out of the car.
Okay. I'm just saying, there's nothing funnier than seeing 1/3 first women playing rent and coming in with a picture on top of
Destin, the way
Oh,
that
I
you
hate the
frame-
hologram.
The way that you frame so many of your statements with knowledge that only a wrestling aficionado would have is just like that's your thing. Like that is
Yeah.
that is definitely
That's
your that's your bit. It's like such. It's like having JR in the party. I appreciate it.
By the way, the winner upset main event. No, I'm joking.
I'll be right back.
Just throwing it out there.
The wireframe version of Fry as he's loading in is awful. Because, like, the eyes are even somehow more soulless, and you can just clearly see the outline of the nose that's not hidden by, like, the flesh tone that they gave him. So it just looks ultra demented. It looks like there's a worm resting on his face.
Almost level 45. Need to kill 3 opponents with suppressed weapons. Means I probably need to use that damn pistol. But I'm 8 out of 10 in the bonus goals to get to the next tier, Survivor medal.
Nice.
So I've won a squads match. I've won a trios. But I haven't won a duos or a singles. I've noticed like almost every run I've done since this new event, they put the battle bus line like somewhere within close proximity to all three of these places.
Mm-hmm.
Right. My first match, it went right over. No, rest of the street was like right over top. So man, like I kind of want to see what that is.
Ooh, slip truck.
Where press the forward.
Just knock someone who's just kind of standing there.
Up on the ridge.
There.
They fell down. They fell down. They're not up there no more. They're literally below. And I just picked up a dimmer about to eat her face up.
Oh, I knocked him.
Yeah, his homeboy's up there still. Alright, somebody's going in there to heal.
What are you fucking doing, motherfucker?
Oh, bullets.
Yeah.
You in this bitch.
What we got?
Footsteps
Yeah.
on me.
Die. The fire was a remnant.
With the rocket ram.
Like it's like we killed him, but then like Kareem went down and broke the floor underneath him. We killed him and it sent him in the express elevator to hell.
I got the elimination with the rocket ram. So y'all were eating him up. Y'all most 100% did bring him down far enough for me to kill him with the rocket ram.
That's fine. I was just making the joke that from my perspective, it looked like we
The
shot
floor,
him and
yeah.
then all of a sudden he got sucked into hell expressway. I said, it's like, you know, no due process, man. It's like, because of your frequent flyer miles, like you get to
Straight
you
to,
get the fast
straight to
pass.
jail. Straight to jail. Hey, congratulations for all your fuckery. You've been granted an express pass to hell. It's complimentary. No charge.
You know, apparently, because because what was it? Because liars and frauds are considered to be some of the worst, like, your crimes. I wonder if, like, you know, a guy who's a liar and a fraud. He's like, oh, I'm dead because I'm going to hell, and like he gets in line, and it's like, oh no, you don't use the you don't use the commoner's line. Here we have a express ticket all the way down, to the last level with you. Okay, why is it just like a bus with a rocket strapped on, like on it, like pointed down? Well, you are in hell. The best luxury that we can offer for someone of your, like, grand dicketry.
You going?
God
or
damn it, I
is
need
that-
heavy bullets.
Yeah, let's go for it.
I need heavy bullets. You young rascals in your rocket pods. Back in my day, we had to make do with the Lexus that Fortnite did a collaboration with. I'm a joke.
One down.
2 of them.
One's down already. Thor's down.
Hey, it's the order or whatever his name is. I can actually see him. Damage a dealer or cater Thorn at Thorn Stronghold. Okay, so I gotta pick up the cards and whatever. Ooh.
Hold on. Hey.
Like, I said, hold on, huh? And it just.
Oh, I heard too. I was like, what the fuck is this? Oh.
Let him get up. Fight back.
Anybody want a
Excellent.
a purple silence pistol or a purple combat SMG?
So the last 3 minutes. Yeah, I'll take the purple combat.
There you go. No, I was offering one. So
Okay,
there's
okay.
two.
Here you go. You can take it.
Oh, no, I was over.
Phase corn. Just. Is that the dude that I killed? Because he just sent me a friend request. I think he might be trying to, like, voice message me.
I don't
Oh,
understand
no.
people who like, I'm gonna kill you. Okay, I'm gonna kill you first.
Hey, just so you know, I just got a kill because I was out of the corner of my eye. I see Luke Skywalker, and he just runs through the forest, and he stops looking at Augment, and I just pop him in the mouth with the bolt action.
Don't look at all this.
He-
Why don't
Come on, guys. Let me get the blue. I need to go deal damage to Tyler Thorn or the MG. We're trying to complete the weekly for the part to get XP. Another bike.
Oh, you we had to make it to blue. Oh,
Yeah.
you went and got
I
a
wanted to
car.
do a vehicle.
Gotcha.
Oh, great. Everybody lean back.
Don't you dare. Locked
Oh,
it in.
he got it. Holy shit.
Let's see what I can
You
do
know what?
from over here.
I'm gonna hide in the car.
I don't even
That
think
way, if we
anybody's
get
gonna-
shot at, they're gonna shoot it.
This keeps already been messed up. The walls are damaged. I don't see
That's
anybody
fine. I'm sure
outside.
there's probably an NPC still left somewhere. But it was the only place I could go to deal damage, so...
Imagine just like a sniper round just like explodes my tomato head.
Briefly, so
If anyone has any spare heavy, let me know.
yeah, I got stuff. Okay. There's something going on because,
Yep, the alarm's going off.
yeah, none of us are there yet, so it wasn't us.
Hey, I see one. Right there.
Oh, shit, there's a
Knocked.
team here.
Yep, I just knocked one of them.
That's what I said earlier.
I just knocked
Oh,
one.
Yes, I see one.
I thought you were talking about NPCs, Vaughn, because that's what I'm looking for.
I don't know. I was like,
Oh,
oh, I see
one
a
on me.
person shooting.
Gonna do another rocket. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Where we at?
Shit,
Got it!
I'm coming. Nice.
you.
God damn. Both got bounced, both died on impact.
I'll take that. That's definitely mine.
I'm gonna take those slurp back, I just need the fucking shield.
You're good, you're good.
There's a big pot for anyone who needs it.
I'm pretty sure they took out the NPC, because I have a mythic dimmer.
It doesn't have to be the main one. I can deal damage to any of them. As long as there's one.
Oh, I found kit and charge and shotgun.
Nice.
Nice. I hate charge shotguns. So you let me know if it's good.
Gotcha.
Coming through the roof. I love this thing.
I'm not sensitive to anything. These fucking cuts take all of them?
Like, I really like it, especially for its aesthetic and whatnot. But also I think still my favorite movement
Yeah, no, they
item
took
has to be
everything.
hammers.
Yeah, the hammers is definitely like the dopest, but this is legit.
I know it really is, especially because like of just like how it feels to use it. 'Cause it's not like you boosting up in the sky with a jetpack. It's like you're literally riding a rocket.
Right. With a battering ram attached to the front. It's like that's what keeps it from exploding. It's just it has no payload. It is the payload.
Yeah, it looks like they took out all the NPCs. Wow, why are people going so hard for no reason? You guys sent any NPCs?
Nah,
No.
I'm not hearing nobody. The only footsteps I've heard since we've been here was the people that we killed.
I don't even know how to get down into the vault. This place.
Yeah, it's this way. Follow me down these stairs.
Oh yeah, right, this is the center one.
And then I punched through a wall somewhere.
It's down here, it's down here.
But they left stuff in the vault, though.
Well, yeah, they left trash.
There's a stash back here. Alright.
We gotta move anyway, sucker.
Yeah. Taking the money. Taking the money.
To the top of the mountain.
Wait. Oh, hey, guys, I don't think that was us.
Ma'am?
I don't think what was us.
Oh, maybe it was. Never mind, man.
I was inside. There was a secret shaft, secret elevator shaft that you needed the ram to bust through. So if you heard a delayed rocket, that was most certainly it.
Definitely up on the mountain.
Son of a whore.
Son of a biscuit eating donkey.
It's us and 3 other teams?
Wow.
Well, 4 other teams, but 4 full teams worth of people. Or
3 full teams worth.
Oh, I agree. We can do it.
What?
We gotta move it,
What?
yeah. What?
I was on solid ground, and then it forced me to slide off of the hill, and I took 8 points of fall damage. Not happy.
And there goes Vaughn! Alright, well, let's just move south. Just keep taking up the hill, and we gotta go south anyway. 3, 2, 1, rocket power!
Hey, there's people over here. Not sure where or how far out, but... Oh, wait. I just heard gunfire from behind me.
Oh. Leftovers, the old vault is here. Vaughn, you need help. There's, Clerk... God damn it. Clerk Gang is here. We need to start moving out. God, I'm just trying to keep them away.
I will not be silent.
Mm-mm. There's people just below. There's people all around Blue.
Well, unfortunately, I can't get inside.
Straight up. Wow. 1, 2. Man.
Oh, the sweet bender.
Whoa!
I got you on. Close up.
Oh my god. I can't even see where he's fucking hitting me from. Ah, what the hell?
Why is there stuff like this stuff?
On up. Coming back down.
He's coming.
Yep. Tracking.
Behind.
Tracking.
Yeah, he's just dancing around over here. Yeah, he's got a
Ow!
Yeah, legendary twin mag.
Literally the
And
last
keep
man,
her.
and he because he took out the whole team by himself. There's literally nobody else left. Yeah.
Yeah, he was PC. Okay, that explains the name.
Oh, I was muted. Okay. So, I don't know who was watching me when he killed me, but when he hopped in front of me, there wasn't a gun in his hands, and he killed me with 2 shotgun blasts.
Yeah. Yeah.
In fact, I need to go back and watch that, because that was sus as all hell. Here, I'm already up there. Well, that doesn't mean anything.
I was only using the PC as a comment for how good, how precise the aim was. I didn't notice anything sus on my screen, but that's not saying he didn't.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it now. What the hell?
Odd accuracy. And bullet angles because Janemba got shot on my left, but they were approaching from the right side of the tree when I was in the air.
No, he is cheating! Because when I eventually died, when I eventually died to him, it said I got killed by the burst SMG. But when I just watched it over, he landed in front of me, there was no gun in his hands, and a fuck ton of bullets came out and killed me. Like in a spread pattern, directly at my face. The power of rewind. Alright, cool. Now I know to report you. You piece of shit.
Alright, ready up. That report has been submitted.
Oh, I'm...
You?
No, I'm fucked. No, I'm fucked. It's not... What the... Okay, cool. I can't report him, I guess. Because every time I try to cancel it, it made me ready up again.
You can still report him here as soon as it gets there, as soon as it gets out of the loading screen. Press start, go to the bottom, and it'll give you an option menu. You can go reporting players, and you can go through that way.
Okay.
I was about to finish, and then it loaded us into the next section, so whatever we're doing here. I start, little reporting, yeah, there we go, reported by the player. KTR.
Mm-hmm. Like, shooting is not that hard to learn, but you have to cheat.
Okay.
Okay. Switch us over to trios. Janemba.
I already did. Use your eyes. Before you guys showed up to start the stream, I told Destin I finished the Flash movie. And I was wrong. It wasn't worse than the Green Lantern movie. It was about as bad as the Green Lantern. The only good parts of the movie were either A, direct copies of Flashpoint, or all the scenes with Batman. Because they weren't kidding when they said it's literally a Batman movie from the Flash's perspective. And I will say, if you were to ignore or find out that all the things they said about Ezra Miller were untrue, like if just all that shit, if all that shit were completely 100% untrue. He should still be arrested for his acting. God, that was atrocious. Just so fucking. Oh, it hurt. It fucking hurt, Curry.
But was it obvious that he's never seen the Parent Trap before? Not knowing how to act opposite himself.
Yeah, but it was more than that. It was like, I honestly don't know how much of it was his bad acting and how much of it was their bad writing. Like, the director should be fired.
Yeah,
Like, that
I
man
mean,
did not act.
from the first moment that I saw Ezra's flash, I was very, very upset because I didn't care for his Barry. His Barry was meek and timid and had no real sense of confidence at all. Whereas, Barry Allen was a socialite before he became the Flash. That's why he's so good at being the Flash. That's why he's such a personable hero, because he was a personable person beforehand.
Yeah, they made him stupid. They made Iris West just a complete dick. Like, she's still a reporter, but she's just, and she had no sense of social grace.
Mm-hmm.
But it can.
She was a blunt instrument as opposed to a surgical tool, like Iris is supposed to be.
Well, not even that. It's just like she had like even if she'd come off blunt, she wasn't even blunt. She was trying to play it off, and then she came off as just inept. Like if she would have been blunt, that's still a valid reporting tactic, but she wasn't.
Because in the comics, Iris is the more subtle Lois. Like, she's just as effective, but way less loud. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't know that
Shit.
you wouldn't know that Iris had done something unless she took credit for it, whereas Lois leaves her fingerprints all over everything. Even though both of them have boyfriends that could basically make it as though they don't like make any issue that they could possibly have essentially obsolete or a non-issue. Iris still acts as though she can't count on Barry, even though she knows that she can. She don't depend on Barry, whereas Lois gets herself into situations that she would only put herself into because she knows that Clark won't let her die.
Not a bullet.
Small pouch right here.
Okay, so apparently that guy is one of the guys we're not going to get into it. Yeah, really, Michael Keaton stole the whole fucking movie.
Of course he did. That's why they got him. That's why they got him. And then also he insisted on having his suit be just as tight as it was when he played Batman, because that was part of how he.
It was perfect.
Yeah, because they tried to give him a more padded, more flexible suit. He was like, no, it has to be stiff. Like, I'm used to it being stiff. Make it stiff. Don't do this to me.
I'm gonna play some Destiny after this.
That's fair.
It's just that like when it comes to PvP, I am not in the proper mind space for it. I guess. Oh wait, we're streaming, aren't we?
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
I mean, we've been on for an hour.
That's the guy I need to get.
Yep.
Well, if you wanted, we could stream some Destiny whenever you want to. I've been slightly neglecting Destiny right now, but I was like, all right, now we're gonna get some shit done because I I really wanted the commemoration from Keystone Crypt, but I'm good for right now. Because I'll be honest, I have plenty of good LMGs. That's just the best one, but
Shit!
I have others. And then
Get through a hallway guarded by laser alarms. I just did that. Or did that one not count?
yeah, there's your cheats.
Grenade launcher, and is that the?
The shard shotty.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
Does
a
that
person
mean
that's
good?
running away. That's a person. I don't think that's AI because he was actively running away from me. Oh, yeah, no, that's a real person. But they're scared and running away from me.
Take the grenade launcher if you're good at that thing.
Almost.
That was very odd. There's just a lone person here.
Okay, go for it.
He is like the most dead now, but
No, come on. Why won't it let me pick it up?
touch yourself with that.
Let me get some. There we go. That counted. Okay, go ahead. We gotta search 4 chests in this area. That's interesting.
Huh.
The grenade launcher fires shockwave grenades.
It's interesting.
Oh,
It's very interesting. Scope salvo. Rift, escape rift. We have an escape rift.
I mean, have fun with that. I need to search chests in there.
Okay. Well, that'll be our way out. And there's only so many people that they can throw at us anyways.
Let me know if you find a chest.
Tracking. Sounds like one is nearby. Yeah, okay, there's 2 near me. Not sure where. Okay, one up. Is it in the stairwell? This is weird. If you're below me, I'm not sure where this thing is. Okay, you got it.
No? Oh, there we go. That was there.
And there's one more right here on me.
Where are you?
Ooh, person. Person on Janemba.
oh, that was a real person, huh? I was
Nope.
hearing them, but I'm like, oh, I guess there's an NPC.
You got him?
Yeah, look at it.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
there now. Oh God, my height advantage.
Another person?
3 chests.
Somebody else
Let's
shooting?
see.
There's
Yes, that is a
the
real
one up there on the roof. Behind us, Janemba, there's a
Okay.
stash bag up there on white.
No, it needs to be a chest.
Oh, okay. Because that is most certainly a stash bag.
I agree with you. It needs to be a chest. I opened 3 stash bags and it didn't count.
Okay. Chest here. We're gonna that's probably gonna have to be a fresh one because.
Well, it could be in the area, so like all these outlier buildings and shit. Well, I'm gonna go take a look at those. See what we can find.
I'm still sensing something. This is very odd.
And everything's in the storm already. You know what? because I have to do 4 in a single match. It can't just be 4 throughout. I
Okay,
gotta
there's
do it.
something near me. I can hear it now. Okay, here we go.
Don't struggle too hard. It's a moot point if I can't find it.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. There's something near me here. I'm not sure if it's inside downstairs. But there's something around here. So I'm gonna go inside, look downstairs real quick.
Yeah. Hey, what?
That's foundation.
Hey, Grim.
Yeah.
So you know in the Altars of Summoning event thing that was like blind what we were talking about.
Mhm.
Apparently, at the beginning, like when you actually kick off the activity, there's a bunch of hive runes like around the plate, and there's like three of each or something. But
Mhm.
there are 3 outliers amongst all of them, and if you and the other 2 people there, or I guess if you and the other person, or whoever's there like with you, if you stand on those points to start the activity, then you get something called Lucent Blessing, which it gives you super energy and heavy every time you start the activity.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just need one more chest. Oh, I'm sensing something.
It all hurts. It hurts a lot.
Fucking stack. I don't think there's any more chests in this area. Which pisses me off to no end because that means literally the last 3 are just useless. They're completely pointless.
I'm not sensing anything else. Unless there's something somewhere on another one, like on.
They're all in the storm.
Let's see.
The other 2 locations are all in the storm.
Yeah, but there might be a chest over here on this island.
Oh, this might count. They counted.
Cool, perfect.
Deploy a scanner in the vault. What the hell's a scanner?
Might be a unique thing. Probably for that step.
You
Oh.
tell I'm high because I'm thoroughly enjoying myself.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. It is for this quest. So the scanner only, like basically the scanner's in my inventory when I get to the vault now that I'm on the quest.
Okay. I didn't think that would work, but it did.
What?
I primed the ramp, the rocket ram, and then stepped on the bounce pad. And the rocket ram still fired as I was launched into the air.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool as fuck.
Real
It also looks
Superman
really cool
moment.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Speak with and higher up. I'm heading out there.
Okay.
Commit. Perfect. Where I need to go. Right here.
Pretty cool. I love this thing. This rocket ram is so dope. I've gotten some really good kills with this thing. And Tony is upstairs. So perfect. Yeah. This is exactly where I need to be too. Oh wow, you did that much damage on your landing?
Huh? What damage?
To the
No,
barn.
no. It was already like that.
Okay.
That's what they all say.
Nah, because both of the NPCs in here are also dead. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is.
Oh, wait, I need a higher one?
He's dead. I don't think you can.
What's down?
Crusty melon. I have so many concerns.
Bounty board. Oh, you just took the bounty. Right?
Yeah, it was for Crusty Melon.
Mm-hmm. Crustisha.
Crustacean, abomination.
Why not join the...
Why not? Do we know how much
There's
damage
14
landing on someone with the rocket ram is?
The push damage is 55. I'm not sure how much a direct hit is.
Okay, so if we all landed on one person
We could probably
at once, that'd only be 150. But well, if black with the knockback is 250, direct hit is probably only like
Maybe one of
60.
these? Yeah, we got somebody coming up behind us.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I'll take the.
SMG?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, okay, I have to see. Probably need some of us. There they are.
Ping him.
Oh, Cream, I don't know if I would leave with that.
I just wanted to see where they were. And they are on the other ridge.
Yep. God, go get in a fight with their team.
No, they got somebody down. Somebody's down.
Oh, okay.
Knocked.
Can't see, so I'm like pretty close.
I'm heading over to the radio tower.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeet.
Behind me? Trying to dodge this one guy and the other team takes advantage of that fucking asshole. Oh, I'm about to get finished. He's coming at me. Yep, I got finished.
Yep. I start landing on my turret one.
He just went up.
Gotcha. Can't see him. Shit.
He's literally on the tower.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was-
yeah.
He's not now.
Okay.
Toss your briefcase up there, Kareem. Like up on the ridge. He cover from anywhere else. He's still up there, but he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just took off. Somebody right here underneath us.
Yep.
They exploded.
Yes,
It's you two- It's you two and 3 other people.
Two separate teams.
Pretty
Ooh,
close.
ooh.
Stop hiding behind the tree, dickhead.
Oh, my life. Still got me.
Sure, goddamn.
Just gonna drink too quick to make sure if I get shot, I'm good.
You have slurp? Do you have another one?
Yeah, that's my last one.
Oh, okay.
I have 2 shield pots though.
Okay, perfect. Because I have no healing. Thank you so much. Come on, let me get this last one. Okay, this us in the last team. Okay.
Yeah.
I would ditch that mythic assault rifle for that shoddy 3. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, they're over the ridge. They're over the ridge over there.
Yeah.
What's those fucking shields?
I'm about to surprise attack.
Okay, I can't.
And that was stupid.
Oh, they went up the hill.
Yeah, one's to your left. One's to your left. On me, on me,
Got that
on
one.
me.
Yep.
Perfect.
There you go.
Nice, Vaughn. Beautiful.
Very
Fucking
well done.
beautiful.
Yeah. It's what, 2 royales, right?
Yep.
One more
That's it
round?
for me.
Uh,
Nah, that's it.
Alright.
I'm assuming you're gonna move over to Destin.
Yeah, I'll pop over there.
I am.
That's fine. One seasonal quest complete. I got a silver llama.
And that's going to end this portion. Vaughn and I are going to pop over to Destiny. So if you're hanging out, appreciate you. Otherwise, catch you next time. So I'm gonna interrupt the stream momentarily, and we're good. We're good. Keep on taking. I am gonna take a quick break though. I'll be right back. tower. If you want to join on me.
Gotcha.
I'll be right back.
Hey, Cream, you there?
Yes, sir. Just got back.
You know, I don't like looking at outrage things, but this is something I feel like you should hear because it's fucking stupid.
Okay.
So, straight up, everyone was getting on the case of these two people who were dating, and it was because the girl was like 20 or 21, and the guy was like 30 something.
Mm-hmm.
And legitimately, people were bashing them actually because of it, and the girl decides to get on TikTok and release a video, very short, of her just saying, you know, I don't normally buy into this kind of crap, but like, y'all are just really outing yourselves that you have never found someone that you like and that likes you back at all. And people were saying like, no, you've been brainwashed by the pedophile cult. And she was just like, and she made another video for just staring at the camera going, you need Jesus.
Right.
That's all she said. And unfortunately, everyone is now telling her to get off TikTok because she's influencing groomers or something. It's like this
Okay.
horrific thing, and I'm
I
sitting
mean,
here
if
like,
you want to jump there, you can. You
God
can jump there, but
damn,
it's like that don't mean you're right.
you people are actually awful. It's like there's a happy adult couple, and you guys cannot stand it.
Nope.
That is basically what this amounts to. You cannot convince like people. I have only met them a handful of times, but people who legitimately believe that, especially at that certain age, if it's like, oh, it's a 10-year age gap, they're both adults.
Right.
Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
That shit does not compute. Like, it's like, oh, he has more experience, so Leslie, he'll take control. I'm like,
Oh,
no,
not necessarily.
not entirely how that works.
Right. One, not
It's
necessarily,
like-
and two, if she wants it that way, what's the problem? Three,
Yeah, like,
is it
they
your
really
relationship?
really like that.
Four, are you
Mhm.
paying any of the bills? Five, what effect does it have on your personal life? Six, do you really have any skin in the game, my guy? Seven, what's going on in your life that you feel the need to weigh in on somebody else's? I mean, I can keep going if you absolutely want me to, but like I think I think I've made my point.
The only
It's-
skin those people have are in their hands.
Like,
Although, if there is like another thing too that I get so angry about is because like I would like, even though I've only met a couple of them, I'd have the whole ass like arguments with them about this shit, and they'll bring me all these statistics and ideas, and it would always surmount to, I'm sorry, I'm sorry that people looked at you as a child, and so you have trauma because of that now. But I'm gonna tell you right now, not every single 18 to 20-year-old is as mentally unstable as you are as you are when you're 30. I'm just gonna be honest here. Most people are pretty well-rounded, so because they always come to this conclusion that
I'd
like,
say
oh, she's only 18, so she clearly is still thinking about Pokemon and writing in her diary. She's a precious child.
there are
who
18-year-old
is like,
millionaires. There are
there are
18-year-old
18-year-old
self-made
millionaires,
millionaires.
and
It's
the
like,
way my friend described it in
your
that
age has
conversation, the
nothing to do
dream.
with your emotional, financial, or physical
Like-
responsibility or maturity level.
And also, that myth that was like this. So it is true that like your brain does keep growing as you get older and whatnot. But
It's
people
true
always
for
like to say, no, it's like when you're 18, it doesn't finish growing until you're both basically 30. I'm like, okay, do you know what parts keep growing? Because everyone seems to forget the brain does different things with different parts of it.
Right.
So the bits and pieces that officially make you a mature adult kind of finish maturizing around 16 and 17, and then they fully stop around the 18 to 19 mark. Like, technically, everyone is an adult. Everyone is an adult at 16. It's just that there's more shit that happens down the road, and you are biologically, completely, and legally an adult by 18. With all your bits and pieces working, the other parts of your brain that keep growing after that fact are purely based off
It's critical
purely
thinking
based off
skills.
of.
It's your critical thinking skills. It's like
That's still kind of updated before that, but it more advanced as you reach, I think, 26
what I mean
is
by
when we found
critical thinking
the
is,
cop
I
off
mean,
point.
like what I mean by critical thinking is like identifying like minute like specific problems, like you know, like things that if you're not like if you're not taught, like most people are not, you're not even going to have a handle on these things in your 60s or 70s. That's the stuff that's maturizing, that's, you know, maturizing between 19 and 25. It's the skills that everybody's struggling with. So that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Like, if you're taught how to manage that stuff, you know how to manage it. If you're not taught how to manage it, it's gonna be hard for you to figure it out on your own. But that's not something that you can attribute specifically to age.
Yeah, and to just put a blanket statement down on all of those people is actually kind of fucked up, because, you know, you have people who straight up, like, you know, especially by the time they're 18, a lot of them will legitimately find their permanent partner. Sometimes they find them at 16. It's kind of how it's been for thousands and thousands of years, and yet people are acting like, no, they need to stay baby children until 26. I've legitimately heard that from some people, and like, I'm sorry that your parents kicked you out of your house because you were a little shit stain who didn't know any better, but that doesn't mean that every 25-year-old is as pathetic as you were. I'm sorry. Like, the world is hard, but you made it harder on yourself. What you're saying, Kareem? Sorry.
I was going to say that, essentially, what it boils down to is whether or not you were exposed to the information that would allow you to form higher level, and rather to form like the highest level of processing, so like socially speaking, but any individual wanting to go wild in their 20s, 30s, however old, not be tied down to whoever, whatever, for however long, that is your personal decision. That is your personal choice. That has nothing to do with anybody other than you. And you can't bash somebody for doing something that you wouldn't do because you're not them. You don't know what their situational inputs are, like what their situational influences are. You don't know what caused that person to develop the way that they did. You have no idea, how positive their life was, or how negative their life was. You have no idea what their outlook is on life because of the things that they've been through. All you have is this little snippet of a picture, or like a 2-minute video because a whole bunch of people have said something and like have disturbed somebody to the point that they feel the need to address the amorphous thing that is the internet about a part of their life. You can't say anything. You're literally part of the problem that people are would like to have less of in their life.
Vaughn's not here.
And he just DC'd. It's a thing. It's always paint time whenever we step into Destiny. But it's so much worse than in Warframe because you can't just paint your Warframe. You can't just color your Guardian. You have to find the right shaders for everything.
There are shader blocks of particular colors.
It's the stupidest thing in the world. You got all these colors, and you repeat colors too. And it's like you'll have a theme set, like you'll have a theme to shaders, and it's just like this, like these 3 colors are different, but this core color is the same. Why? Just give me a palette. Just give me a palette and let me paint my clothes.
Like legitimately, Kareem, do you realize how much more money they could milk out of Eververse
if they
and
put
out of events
palettes together?
If instead of shaders, you could go find colors.
Right.
Like, you realize how many people would spend even more time grinding and activity. Like, oh, there's a new shotgun. All right, cool, but how many shaders? All right, cool. And how many colors? And how many materials? And how many gradients? Just customizable materials does it drop? Oh, it has a chance to drop all these, and people would flock there in the thousands. Like, have you seen the new?
Do you understand how much more grinding, how much more legitimate grinding Destiny could get out of the community if they shifted guns back to how they were in vanilla D2, but still have the crafting system in place? You have so all weapons are deep sight, and then the purpose of going out and doing other activities is because that's where your random rolls come from. You can pull down your base weapon whenever you want, but you have to find a deep sight weapon in the field master it, and then that lets you pull one of the perks that rolled on that weapon to add to your library for the stock gun.
Oh, it's almost like we've had this conversation.
It's like, yeah,
I'm kidding, but like,
we've never
yeah.
had it on stream before, so it's just one of those
Oh, is
things.
the stream up?
That's a lie.
Well, we've never had this conversation on a Destiny stream before.
All right, come on, man.
But, where's the
You know where it's at.
Right.
The opposite of every other time we do it.
Like, we talk about it, and it's like, this is not the appropriate time to talk about this. I know it's not the appropriate time to talk about it, but it hurts my soul to the point that I feel like we just need to talk about it now. And it just so happens that we're in Destiny. I'm looking at stuff because I'm trying to find the shader that I can find when I look at the individual pieces of armor, but I can't find when I'm looking in the appearance customization. And there's no search function.
When you get a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they added a favorite function recently, so you can click on the stick on the shader, and like, and then like the next time that you close in and out of the menu, it'll be at the beginning of it. So
interesting. Okay.
Yeah. But have you seen the volatile phone bundle?
No, not
Do me a
yet.
favor and go into the store and look at that, because it's a Blade Monarch ornament called Infinite Quiver, and it has a shader called Luminous Void, where it'll make certain parts of your character swirling void energy,
Interesting.
and also gold.
I haven't rocked Sato in a hot minute, but I don't care for the white, man. Like, the white in the shader is just so intense.
I'm gonna take that.
Not the
sentence
white
out of
man,
context.
the white in the shader. Yeah,
You mean Iron Fist villain?
yeah I'm not trying to be a snowflake out here. It's-
No, it's cool. You're talking about Luke Cage and Iron Fist villain, a guy with white skin, literally called the White Man. He looks like a pimp. Looks like you underestimated the White Man. That's literally a line that he says.
Best Marvel C-rank villain ever.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna rock with
Are you
With the
referring
boss.
to the White Man, or are you asking us a question?
it. No. Hmm? No, he like.
I was
yes.
wondering if
Janemba
Janemba was
was- yeah,
asking
he was
us
referring
to
to-
name.
No, he was referring
No,
to
I
the
was
Sea
telling you that was the best C-lister.
Okay, still high. Just keep that in mind. That's why I asked.
Understood. Dragon. My goodness, neck. Muscle spasms.
Was that your neck?
Yeah.
I heard at that time. Jesus.
I have muscle spasms, and they are not fun. Well, Sato's been my banner for like the last 3 years, so I think that's sufficient enough. I don't need a Raccoon shader. The Erebos glance is.
Yeah, so I got the new arms. If you want to just look what they look like, because they're called Pyrogale gauntlets.
Parochial?
It's got like Pyrogale
Oh,
or Pyrogel, because it
Ah.
has thermite gel coming out of the shoulders.
interesting. Inspect
It's,
Guardian. Interesting. I see you out here pretending to be a furnace. A rusted furnace. And see, you know, what's the hollow fire heart? Right? The chest
Yep.
piece?
The-
Right?
The thing that's an actual furnace, yeah.
Yeah. If you were to put that with these,
God, that'd be fucking amazing. Just,
like,
Yeah,
I don't
like,
know
if
what
there
hollow
is
fire heart
anything-
does, but I mean,
No.
If,
It when your super energy is full, it makes all your abilities recharge faster. Or it already has passive ability
and
energy
see, this
regen, but
is
then
why
that gets
exotic
bumped up
sets would be so
when.
palpable in the freaking game, man. Ah.
Before you get started,
I'm
let's
not.
go
Yeah,
do the seasonal stuff.
Yes. I'm gonna promote you to leader so that you can direct us. Actually, no. I'll load us in.
Well, what are you gonna load us into? That's what I'm asking. Like, are we doing are we doing the spire or the summoning ritual? I would like to do the summoning ritual. But...
Toil and trouble. Investigate the portal in the southern ring. I still gotta do that.
Let's go to the helm real quick.
Yeah. To the helm.
I also at some point need, because I haven't done stuff on my Titan yet, I need to conquer powerful combatants and tied strength to Erismore in mission.
Okay, so
it's
then
just like,
I'll promote you to leader, and that's the starting mission. I know. Yeah. I'll promote you to leader, and we can rock out.
This is the perfect response to that video I was talking about with people and like the age gap thing. Is that it's a guy with his profile picture of Jesus wielding the cross like a baseball bat, and his name is Jesus in it, and he just says, I feel like people spend more time dissecting these people's relationships than actually forming their own relationships. And someone then replied under that, the Lord has spoken. He's like, yep, yeah, he did. And I did not hear a single goddamn lie. Oh, what's this?
Where is the falsehood? There ain't none.
Right.
There is all, and all is just...
She's got a throne world now.
Yep, she's got a fucking throw world.
So
It's
post final shape, whatever it is, if we don't have the ability to pledge to either Eris, Mara, Misrax, or also just stay a guardian and like unlock newer.
like them bringing faction morale back, basically.
Yeah.
That's your shit. Yeah.
Like specific weapons, like faction weapons, and faction foundry, like for deep sight type stuff. Eris will have her own way of shaping things.
House of Light, then Eris would be accompanied
House of Truth.
by the.
Or rather the.
No, I'm not saying like. Let's not all refer to them as House, and I'm saying House Light because that's the Elixir, stuff. For Eris, just like it'll be Eris, the Drifter, and then more than likely Elsie as well, since like those are the guys who know the most about the darkness. We'll call that like whatever.
Brood?
Obvious. No, not Brood.
Well, I mean, because
like,
Eris's hive would be the Vengeful Brood.
That's true, but like, but like. It's more than just Eris's faction, though, is what I would say. Is that it's like because the Drifter and LC like accompany different parts of the area of darkness. Of like LC being more around the Vex side of things, and the Drifter being more along the Taken side of things. But like besides those two, yeah, like definitely Mara, just because pleasure yourself to the Awoken, getting Awoken stuff. Possibly also doing like some side things with Crow, even though Crow is associated with the Vanguard, but like I would imagine at some point he's gonna be like, okay, well I mean I'm Crow, but I'm now also Aldrin, so I'm technically the Prince too.
They're bringing
but like
Cade back, so we'll
say,
have our Hunter Vanguard. We won't need him for that.
Yeah, it's entirely possible that Cade might have to stay in the Traveler. I would say, yeah, it's probably like hey. I wouldn't put it past them to have the inside of the Traveler basically be like the equivalent of Valhalla for Guardians. Like just when Guardians die, they just go there into that dimension.
I always
Which is why,
speculated
like,
that the
it
inside
kind
of
of
the
looks
traveler
interesting.
was just a giant codex, but you know.
Technically, it would be a codex of every guardian who ever lived,
Mhm.
because they would all be living there. So, let's see, and then
But the ghost is their what's the word? Material tether. You heard it here first, kiddos. Ghosts are just what tether guardians to the material plane. They're not reviving us, they're just re-anchoring us. The traveler has our spirit inside of it, and the ghost is how we are able to return to our bodies. That's why there's a specific guardian for every ghost, because every ghost holds a
No.
specific spirit. Yeah.
I'm going to interject here, Kareem. Because the idea of it is realistically, the traveler is in fact like the spirit of the traveler is all the guardians at once, and then the physical body is another one, and then your ghost is the third part. You are literally the Holy Trinity. The entire game is an allegory for Christianity. There, I have ruined it.
That's so problematic. But tell me I'm wrong, because you could interpret it that way. You could. That cut off all Destiny talk forevermore.
No,
I'm sorry,
because that's
I was talking to my dad.
it's an interesting theory. So essentially, what
Before we get started, can we go do an activity, Chris?
Yes.
We will sit here
I
for
was
30
reading
minutes
the
otherwise.
lectern. I was reading the lectern, doing the thing. There's a thing.
Okay.
He lies, Vaughn. He's in on it with them. He's
No.
in on it with them.
Okay, so visit the ritual table, which is
I just
outside the gate.
Ritual table.
God. Yeah, I gotta visit Eris Morn at the ritual table. That's what it says.
The ritual table's over here. Weird.
It says
Yeah, the lectern that you were at, like if you had just turned around the
in
ritual
the
tables.
Athenaeum.
Yeah. Athenaeum. Or Atheum. Athenaeum. I knew how to say that at one point.
That's not correct.
So what does it say?
It's okay. There we go. It's pointing me back through the portal.
Nah, it might be much, yeah.
Because I already read the table. Oh, this team. Okay, plan. Give me that. Raise love. And you don't have any bows, Eris.
So
Why
what I'm
do you
hearing is
always
that Stephen
do
people
this to
made
me?
it.
Why do you always do this to me, Eris? I want to see what a hive-themed bow would look like, but you're not gonna do it, will you? You just won't give it. You just like hurting my feelings. And why do I have boogeyman gloves on? These are so puffy. They're so puffy. Exhumed excess. Veiled tides. Okay. That's a thing. Alright. Let's roll. Activities. Launching this thing. No, we're supposed to launch this thing. Mission invoke. Is this what you gotta do, Lyle?
One more time?
Invoke? Or do you have to do the other?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to do
wonderful. That is, well, one of the conversations that was interrupted with the desire to do things. Exotic sets, like the synergy that's possible if you run a few things together. And I'm not saying just hand it to the community and be like, yeah, here you go. Now you can make exotic armor sets. No, what I would advise is, you know, the some way of mastering or some way of mastering or extracting the exotic perk. Either returning the exotic into a life exotic item, meaning that you could, you know, then put on another, you could wear another exotic with it, or
Uh-oh.
what's happening?
I wasn't supposed to walk through that.
You stuck?
Here we go. Alright.
Interesting.
I was wondering if I was gonna get crushed in the cylinder. I was like...
Me and 6 other people. I got 5 kills. Ooh, and I hit the next tier survivor medal.
Nice. Crab.
Here. No, here. On the green.
Oh, just maybe stand on it like that. What?
You know, it occurs to me, Kareem, that it's probably something that you know, but you probably don't want to talk about it. Is that you always make a big effort about making sure like you never take out your ghost, but in order to bring up your sparrow, you do technically have to bring it out.
I always have a fast. I have a fast spawn, so it's like
It's for a split second.
Right, it's for a split second. So if somebody times it right, yes, they can get my ghost. But
because you know that's a game mechanic.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm good. That would be fucked though if you could just be booted out of a Crucible match because your ghost got blown up.
I mean, like I feel like in Crucible, Shax would 100% prevent that from being a thing. But out in the field, like in like say a raid or like on a Petros run style, like challenge, you know, like that, like have that be a difficulty for raids, knowing that, you know, if you like if your ghost gets taken out outside of a revive situation, and your guardian goes down, you either have to be revived by another guardian, or you can't use that specific guardian for 24 hours.
Damn.
It would make people play way more cautious on that specific difficulty, and that way you wouldn't like you don't have the backlash of the entire community being like claiming that the game is entirely too hard now because of this mechanic, because it's not. It's not the entire game. It's literally just very specific. It's a very specific
singular mission
difficulty on high level missions. So like same way we have, you know, raids and, you know, like the exotic missions. If you wanted to do it on legendary law, like on legendary law sectors, like Grandmaster law sectors, right? Or True Darkness law sectors. If you want to like
Have you figured out what to do?
yeah, harvest burdens and deposit them at the eye. So it's the
It'll be one that.
ritual things. The one of the
Oh, he
witches.
sniped me in the fucking head.
Okay, I got
Yo,
her.
that happened so quick. All I saw was
I already got one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, how? Oh.
Yeah.
And then he ruined it by having that and
I
that.
can watch this.
Oh.
Eat.
Oh.
Gonna, oh, hold on. Okay, there's that. Fuck it, let's do it like this.
Ginger has bothers me more than anything else.
Actually, I like the gingerbread man. It was everything else, but I didn't care for it.
One shot
I hate
damage
that,
face.
and that motherfucker was using Goku Black.
That was the first time I actually got to use it today since I haven't really been playing that much.
What's up, Dean? I hit 48 just now. I'm almost 49.
I'm not just trying to finish Black Flag so I can play Valhalla.
There you go.
There she
Okay, she's done. I've got burden.
Honestly,
Burden of tribute. Okay.
this room that they locked me in for Black Flag, this is like my ideal apartment situation.
I've got the other two.
Okay.
Like, all that's really missing
Break his face.
is wood hair.
Other than just doing the daily quests that are for the 1,000 XP bucks that each one gives.
You go to a creator island. That's the
Well,
that's legit battle pass
yeah.
XP.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it doesn't give as much as
There's
playing Activision, I think.
but there's a quest to get 25k XP in creator islands that rewards you.
Oh yeah.
So I mean,
Oh, Destin, you want to do some creator shit? I don't know. Whatever the fuck they are. Yeah, like doing death matches and stupid shit. Farm Life 2.
like to your earlier point, Vaughn, like that would have to be they would have to be a very fast shot. It would be a very fast shot to catch my ghost when my sparrow's coming out. Cause like you don't even see it come up on the stream, bro.
Yeah, it has to be a fast shot, or like their power would have to encompass the space constantly to where
Right.
no matter how fast you are, like the split second that it is within this plane, it's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
But there's only like a handful of creatures that can do that.
Right. That would be
The way
a
this
high
being one
level
of them.
vex. Yeah.
Um, Another thing, I'm just ready. I'm gonna be ready. I found a Monsters Inc. themed thing in Fortnite, and
Here.
the thumbnail actually has like a picture from Monsters Inc.
Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun.
I've missed you, Might Multi-Tool.
Man, I haven't used Midas since
Oh, sorry, not
Pre-Forsaken.
Might Multi-Tool. Callus Mini Tool.
Oh.
That's what I'm using. Callus Mini Tool. The thing,
The Baroque.
the
the
Baroque
Mhm.
copy of the Mini Tool,
Menagerie.
the
Mhm.
legendary. Yeah, that thing.
The raid
Mine's
weapon. I'm
old.
sorry. The Leviathan raid.
No, it's not a raid.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I died.
Mini Tool was originally a raid weapon, wasn't it?
Nope. You might be thinking of Mob
was-
Justice.
Okay. So then it was just a red war weapon then. Or was, no, it was
Yeah, no,
Menagerie.
it's old.
It was Menagerie weapon.
But no, okay, no, it became a menagerie weapon. What I was trying to say is that the original version of this gun was a gun that was made to be used in tandem.
With
Mida.
multi-tool, yeah, I know.
It-
Because while
Yeah,
while you use
but
using
that's
the
why-
mini tool, if you have the multi tool, you still
I'm having
Yeah.
you
trouble
benefit
right now
from
because
the
my gun's not firing.
you keep your radar.
Jesus Christ, what
Yeah,
the
no,
fuck? Really, Destin?
and the original version of that gun is back from the Red War.
My favorite rocket launcher.
Okay, so
Okay, so we fucked up hella hard right now. Basically, what happened is that the bosses aren't vulnerable because around the
Okay,
map,
the limbs,
occasionally
okay, yeah.
Vex hobgoblins
we'll
sacrifice themselves,
gotcha.
and when they do that, they make the boxes. Besides that, there's nothing stopping us from killing the Minotaurs unless a Vex hobgoblin sacks. So,
Okay.
and they always sack at that red glowing thing.
Okay.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Back here.
that's what they do.
Gotcha.
Alright,
Gotcha.
I will destroy this guy real quick. Ya, eat. Okay, cool. So, unfortunately, when I went to use that, a heartbeat got directly in front of me. That's annoying. Because that definitely should have one-shot him.
Well, he can lit up now. So.
Alright.
And I'm on them and I'm here.
Now it's on the second one.
And his block is somewhere else, so I gotta locate that.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
God, stop throwing my hammer. Stop whiffing the hammer, John.
I haven't been able to locate his
It sometimes like won't spawn for a little while. It's not it'll be like one after the other, and then it'll take a break. Jesus. Apparently, you can make it do even more damage than if you pop it while you have the exotic out, and then you go into your inventory and you swap out for Sympaths, which will make it do even more damage. While still keeping the initial activation effect.
Oh. Is that you that just died?
No.
I'll be honest, I probably could have made that go faster, Kareem, but I
Hey,
was
Destin.
kind of focused on getting my super like over and over again to use on the
You
bosses because I felt
rocket
like I had to
launcher
make
me
it
in the
worth it.
back. I don't want to hear that.
You're good.
It's like I have this amped up super and I'm going to use it.
What guy? I don't see one.
There was a guy with a way up in the front. Right here. See him now. He was there. I mean, you gonna spill some trash. Bad.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's my shit.
He's okay. But the power though.
Oh, are we earning XP for this?
I would think so.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
nice.
sure. about?
Oh, I missed one on my set. Okay. Ha! Got it with the hammer. Invoke hive magic. Oh, God. Ooh, loud bits.
It's an infinite prison of elders.
Yup. It was funny. It didn't occur to me why she was called the Hive God of Revenge until like I heard her say all her friends' names and I went, oh right, yeah, because she definitely would want revenge on all of the Hive, like on just Crota's family line in general. Oh, which by the way, I love how salty everyone is that the next one we're getting back is Crota's End.
Why are they salty? It makes perfect sense.
They're salty because it wasn't Wrath of the Machine just yet, which everyone's like, oh, you're starting doing Wrath of the Machine. Then like, yes they are. But
They're
here's the thing.
do Wrath of the Machine in Final Shape. Jada.
No, I don't think they're gonna do Wrath of the Machine in Final Shape because sort of the big pull of Final Shape would be the the final raid with
yeah,
with the Witness.
But
so
if
they
you
wouldn't
think
want to take
about
anything
it,
away from that.
But if you think about it narratively, though, why would they give us the big boss at the beginning of the year, knowing that they've got 3 seasons of content left before they actually end out the story?
Got you, Destin.
My counter argument to that is that they technically already did that with Lightfall, in the form that like Lightfall came out, and sure it wasn't at the very beginning of the season, but like a week or two still went by, and then the Nezarec raid came out, and
Right.
I know that it's like it's not as important as the Witness, I guess. Well, actually, it's still incredibly important character for people who knew who he was, or at least had heard of him since the first game and whatnot. But like, they would still put out the raid within the first few weeks of the DLC going live, because like that's sort of the point of doing raids like that, Kareem, is because everyone is so hyped about World's First. World's First doesn't matter nearly as much if it's like a month or two into the season, and it's like everyone has that time to get as grinded as they can to do all that stuff.
I'm not talking
but
about
then,
in the same season. I'm not saying release him late in the season. I'm saying release him late in the year instead of doing the Witnesses raid with Lightfall, like with the Final Shape. Do it like in the 3rd season of Final Shape, not like the 7th or 8th week of Final Shape, because that don't make sense. Like, World's First has always been within like a week, maybe 10 days of the launch of DLC.
Oh wait,
And so
no, Kareem, they still can't do that because Final Shape isn't getting seasons.
yes, it is.
It's getting the episodes. No,
Yeah.
it's getting the epilogue. So that's after the story's done. So a raid with the Witness as the boss really wouldn't make sense because everything would have been over already. Because especially if you're talking multiple seasons down the line, that's like way different territory to the point that in turn wouldn't make sense. Like, granted, we don't know exactly what they're doing for the Witness raid, but either way,
they're called
they
episodes.
can't do it.
They're yeah, in the year of the Final Shape. So like, since it's the year of the Final Shape, it would make more sense to do the like we we don't know what Bungie's gonna do pattern like tradition would suggest that we're going to get the Witness raid with the final shape, like DLC or with the expansion, like that's going to be the expansion raid. But narratively, it would make more sense to save the Witness raid for the end of the year, like to end out the 10 years of Destiny with this new raid. Like this is, and it would kind of, it would give them the opportunity to shift gears to set off the next leg of the Destiny saga by, you know, instead of giving us, hey, this is the big bad of the campaign right now, like they've always done, you know, throwing in at
you actually just gave me the
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
you just gave me the reason why I disagree with you and agree at the same time.
Mhm.
I agree that the Witness raid would be a good way to help bounce off to start the next era of Destiny, but that actually makes more sense if it's earlier in Final Shape's life cycle, because the whole point of the epilogue episodes series that we're getting is that it is the Witness is destroyed. We have done whatever the ending of the Final Shape is, because each of them are based off of antagonists that we have yet to deal with.
Mhm.
Because it's the Fanatic, it's, I think there's a Vex Mind, and people are speculating that has something to do with Veil, since the Vex are still obsessed with it.
Mhm.
And then the third one is, I think, another person. But the reason they're done like that is because as soon as the Witness is dead, as soon as we have won the day or finished it off, whatever, the epilogue is wrapping up loose ends to start off the rest of the series. So the ending of all that being us killing the Witness actually wouldn't be satisfying, simply because at that point, once we kill the Witness, well, now we still have thousands of other questions because we just finally killed this thing, but we're supposed to be moving on to the next chapter. So if you make a big climactic event like that happen, then the only way for it to make satisfying narrative sense is that by the time that we go and fight and kill the Witness, we already know everything, and there's no other mysteries. There's no other information about the Witness to be clean. And if you do add more mysteries to it and do add more stuff to it, then you're kind of missing the point of, you know, of starting fresh again, like of continuing the story and and going somewhere else with it. So I'm saying I agree with you that the death of the Witness is definitely what sparks the rest of Destiny, but because of what they have already decided in the form of the epilogues, the death of the Witness would have to come fairly early on in Final Shape's life cycle. Maybe not as much as others, since they did make a pretty big point about like how important the story is to Final Shape. So, if anything, I would say Final Shape is gonna come out, and then they're straight up gonna be like, okay, cool, the raid is gonna be here in a month because I have a feeling Final Shape is gonna change up so much shit that would be the moment of them going, all right, cool, we're gonna give you a month to get ready, to make sure most people have a chance to play the story, do all the do lots of side content before we truly cap off the saga, and then get into epilogues to start the next saga.
I'm trying to find where that gun is. That's the one I want.
We did that thing again. We were sitting in space.
Yep.
I mean, that took us to the helm. If it DC'd you, I apologize, but
No, I'm still here. I just realized it didn't give me a whole lot of new shit because I had done this earlier, so I'm a hunter. Read a message. Either way, if Eris doesn't turn back to normal by the end of the season, I'm gonna be a little upsetty spaghetti, because what I want to happen is for her to turn back to normal, but her just to have the ability to do that shit whenever she wants using high evolution magic. So then we can finally get a scene of, you know, Eris trying to mind her own business, and Jermaine comes waltzing in with beer, and then just like for half a second, like Eris flickers to her like final hive witch form, and Jermaine literally like turns around mid stride and walks back out the door. It's just like, oh, nope, I'm good.
And
Which-
I thought I had something to say, but actually I can wait till tomorrow.
But like seriously though, poor Jermaine though, it's like he probably is not having a great time, considering what his pseudo girlfriend is now getting up to. Which, but that's not even like me shipping them at this point. With all like the dialogue I've read between them, no, like Eris and Drifter do like each other quite a bit, but it's like two tortured people who avoid physical contact at all costs, liking each other.
With a freaking sword, like, I'll get this big ass claw buster now.
Powerful words.
Oh, did I finish that part yet? Let's see. Oh, hopefully Dad comes back with a soda.
Aim.
Boner Patrol, Boner Patrol.
All right. I think that is where we will end the Saturday special.
You're Indian on Boner Patrol? Really?
Yeah.
That's your plan?
Well, I mean, we can run another activity for sure if you want to, Vaughn.
I'm gonna dip out of this, Destin. I don't think he's giving us XP.
But no, you can't see him. No one sees my ghost. What up? What is this? Alternative Nation.
Yes,
Red Cullen. Okay, so I got it.
It's because there was no score.
I can get one more pinnacle. Okay. Who got up here? Since
That was stupid.
Master Conjurer, which is spoils. Okay. Let's do one more fighting.
Yeah, this should be good.
Septum Spire or Altars of Summoning. One.
Yeah.
Savathun Spire or Altars of Summoning.
I would say altars of summoning, but because I like that. But
Probably like one more Spire would probably get me. Not Pinnacle.
oh well then yeah,
Whereas,
let's do that because I realize I don't have any progress on any of those on my Titan. So
Yeah, because I've got 168,000 out of 300,000 points for the Pinnacle here. So we will do one of these and wrap it.
Jack, I'm
Arc,
so hell yeah!
Solar Surge, Strand Surge.
Can't wait to rot my teeth even more. Let's fucking go.
Bless your laugh.
Ow, my toe. Yeah, Corinne, I'm definitely gonna have to take some time, because like, it was kind of a mess since I was writing it while extremely high and barely
Yeah,
paying
we're
attention
gonna-
last night.
we're gonna
But
go
like,
through
at least like my character and I think someone else's character was talking about it. I'm not sure, but I also don't want to just power scale everything into oblivion because. I mean, let's be honest, Scream. This is a power trip campaign. Like everyone is so ridiculously overpowered. It's not even funny. So at this point, I want to do serious work on my character's class in the sense of eventually toning it down and refining it to be a proper class for tabletop and not, this ridiculous bullshit that it is right now. But then for this campaign, I'm sort of along the lines of, I'm gonna make this fun, because I don't need to make it, good, because everyone else already has some bullshit covered. Like, Mac, Janemba, and Mech alone make it so I don't have to do shit. So I might talk to you about making the backpack more akin to the wild magic table than anything, of just making random shit happen.
Well,
Because at this point, there's nothing to do.
Well, one thing is that your aspect I haven't really statted out like the combat capabilities of abundance. So like I also kind of feel like you've hyperfixated on your class a little, which is fine. Which is honestly what I kind of was hoping that everyone would do, and kind of lean less on their aspect. But it like y'all will play how you're comfortable playing, and because one of the perks I made for you, or I was intending to make for you, was your attendance. You would have spatial attendance that you could like kind of like either companions or cohorts. They would kind of function more like cohorts, but individuals that could raise, like they grow in class, and you can customize like their abilities and things of that nature, basically making you kind of like a controller, giving you an option to have minions to defend you. You also have arguably higher defensive potential than Beam does. You just haven't been put in a position to need it yet.
Yeah, and I'm also just gonna kind of say this, Kareem, is that like, albeit I'm still gonna play, I'm still gonna try to have fun, and I'll take it as seriously as I can. But just from I understand you haven't quote unquote put us through the ringer yet with the monsters, and I understand that Janemba got hit by an attack that was like 50 points, and it was a hit hard. But like, once we get a turn where any one of us succeeds in our roll, or in next turn he rolls, there's not much to do. Like, even if we had everything on lock in terms of technical difficulties and everyone's turn went by really quickly, that fight wasn't fun. It was really boring, actually.
Yeah, I'm about to wrap up here in a minute.
It was really fun for, I assume everyone who got to do something, people who had these long-range AoE spells or mechs, even more than random nonsense, which, is still fine, because that's who he is. It's a chaos thing. But then, I get my character isn't as fleshed out as everyone else, but when it got to my turn anyway, it kind of wouldn't matter if I had rolled an 8, or Mac had rolled an 8, or Janemba had rolled an 8. By the time my turn came along, there was nothing to do. Like, most things were either dead or unconscious.
Yeah.
So then there was no reason for me to care. It's like, all right, cool. I'm not gonna do shit now.
And honestly, I do understand that frustration, and like that was kind of a note that I had from our first combat too. The first thing that happens, because we have tactically oriented individuals in the party, and not to say that I'm not discounting it. And again, like I was saying, I was kind of hoping that I was kind of anticipating that you guys would lean into your aspects when it was clutch, not just popping off with it all the time just because you have it. But Chloe's first move, and she's fortunate, she's had the ability to go first in each combat. Her first move is to incapacitate a whole bunch of people. So like,
Yeah.
and realistically speaking, from her first move, she took the fight from 6-on-15 to 6-on-3.
Yeah,
And
and I entirely understand what you mean, and like you were hoping this is how we were going to use those powers, but I'm also going to say like
yeah,
this: there were no stops in place to prevent us
yeah,
from doing that. Like, because that's how balance in tabletop and video games go: is that you give us all these cool powers,
mhm.
but there's got to be a limit. There's got to be something to stop us from being able to do shit as potent as that pretty much whenever we want. And spell either having charges or spell points doesn't matter if again we can start a combat off with ending the combat basically. And if there are no repercussions to our character, it's like like something I wanted to mention in the beginning of all this was that like our aspect powers are cool and all, but we're all relatively mortal before we became aspects, so there should have been like a drawback even at level 5, even at level 10, like rather, to using our aspect powers, if anything. Like like our aspect powers should be strong. That makes sense. It's sort of the whole power fantasy. But our aspect powers need to come with some sort of a restraint drawback, because if you don't have that, then us just unless we just make a house rule people aren't allowed to use their aspect powers all that much, that's how we're going to play the game. Like, we're just going to keep using those powers, we're going to keep using those abilities because we're able to.
Yeah.
There's no drawback.
And there are individuals.
Well, the whole part of the drawback on using your powers is the method in which you use it. It was like pretty clearly stated how your how you use your aspect powers determines whether or not you are an envoy or an aspect. Because envoys are just aspects that use their powers with no repercussions for their own, like for own self benefit or just for fucking around and doing whatever. Right?
So I'm gonna interject here. You're right, Dean, but the problem is as long as we're using our powers to essentially beat up the bad guys, it doesn't matter what we do as long as we are beating up the bad guys or the good guys.
It's not a blatant good or bad. It's like, for example, Chloe could have said any multitude of things to get those kobolds to stop, but then, oh, shit your pants. And then, like, I'm not harping on the way that you did it. You wanted to incapacitate them, but then you played along and made them roll around in their own shit. Like, it's
Okay.
that fast.
It's like, yeah, like, yes, you guys are the good guys, but if you're the good guys that are, being dickish in your in your doling of justice, like, are you guys really the good guys? Because Vaughn actually asked this question a couple times last night. Like, are we actually the good guys? Because the way that it was, like, because of the energy that was held within the massacre that took place was like, oh, these are just the bad guys. Nobody cares about their lives, and while that may be the case, it's not necessarily the best energy to have when you're taking sentient life, if that makes sense.
Yeah, okay, that's fine and all, but that kind of also didn't answer what I was talking about, because that's like the lore reason behind our restraint with powers and whatnot. I'm not saying I don't care, but for this conversation, I don't care about that. What I'm trying to figure out is that what is the gameplay reason that I should give a damn about using my powers at every opportunity? Because if there is nothing in place, then like Janemba and Chloe at the start of every encounter can always fuck up everyone around them before they get a chance. They can make a literal Dragon Knight, Dragon God Excalibur because he thought about it like last night in a dream. And I get it, like that's what he could do, but literally summoning a pit fiend at level 5 that murders everything in sight, and then everyone else having all these crazy things happen, like that's not balanced even in the slightest. And
like, my character only scales by fighting things. I fight things, and then those, like, they essentially become a part of me. So the more we fight, gradually the stronger I get. That is the base of my aspect power production, right? But that also means I can, like, give things to the party if needed. but there
Yeah,
hasn't
and
been
that's
really a
powerful.
chance to do a lot of that.
True, but that's also kind of proving my point is that like you just mentioned all these cool things you can do. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. Like oh, I get stronger every time we fight. Okay, cool. So you can make all these awesome items. You can do all these cool things. Where's the drawback? Like where's the things that make it so you can't do that all the time? Where are the stops in place to like make it balanced? That's sort of like my point is that I don't care why people can do the things they do or how they do them. What I care about is that gameplay wise, why should my character Celia Chapter even attempt to fight anymore or do anything if all of my party members can literally kill a god at this point? I know I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it's the fact of like we have fought entire battles where I did absolutely fuck all, and it's not just because of my initiative. It's literally because the second any of you got to do anything, it was over. Like things were unconscious and shitting themselves. Like, all right, I guess I'll
This
pull
is
something out of the
also-
bag and stare at it.
In the same
You
vein,
seem to have
Vaughn,
an unhealthy
the way I've spec
fixation
my
on the shit.
yeah, no. So anyway, the way I've spec my character is quite literally I am Phil. I fill whatever role as it stands. But for me, like I'm trying to showcase a new class, right? I have rarely gotten any chance to. Like with my Venator skills, the first combat, I tried to set traps, which are like one of the new methods and modes, but none of the traps went off because they were already incapacitated by the time I put them there. Right? And then, like with that fight, I was trying to showcase the items I could create, which I got to show off the
You're trying to use all your kit. Yeah,
I'm trying to use my kit, but like I just because
But
I was
everything
higher in
died.
the initiative. Yeah, everything was already done. Like all
Like,
I could do was that.
Yeah, and
Yes.
like, and again, that goes with my point is that like even all the cool stuff that we can do, like for fuck's sake, man, I can make a pocket dimension. I can make a gaggle of spoons that sing demonic show tunes and play the spoons. Like that's just something I can pull out of the bag. But I can do that like once and then the combat's over because everything's dead. I can't even do all the other cool abundance stuff that we'll eventually
I've done
figure out.
pretty
And I'm
much-
assuming
Vaughn,
it's kind of
send
the
me
same
your
thing for
character
everyone.
Stuff. Kareem,
Well-
I'm gonna
Well, no,
because
that's-
Well,
no, like I'm trying to create because we are working with a bunch of new stuff for these aspects, and granted we're trying to get them balanced as we go. It's just we've kind of overshot our intended goals, so to speak, with how they work, and kind of like let everything run wild. So I want to, in a sense, kind of get them more manageable because I want to enjoy combat. Combat's supposed to be fun.
yes.
But if
Yeah,
right
it
out the gate
shouldn't
I'm
be-
casting like what there was.
Yeah.
I actually kept note of every time someone used their aspect powers because I was worried about the repercussions of using it too much.
Yeah, like ironically, that is something there, and like
So
that's
Vaughn, you
why
haven't used your aspect powers to my knowledge whatsoever because you actually haven't even had the chance to do anything with your aspect powers.
yeah, no,
Kareem
I have
only
pulled shit out of the
used
bag. That's my class. That's it.
Kareem, you used your class ability, not your aspect ability.
Correct.
So, and like you weren't even in the last session.
Yeah, like because balance because the pit fiend was made real at the beginning of the fight, he couldn't participate, so he just sat out.
That makes sense. And let me scroll down to the notes. I have it on the notes. Usages. So Chloe first used their aspect of voice to control kobolds. Shit incident.
Yeah, she's
Some of
using
the
she's
small
really leaning on her
black
voice
hole-
like a lot, and you know
Isn't she a
it's
rogue?
Yeah,
yes,
she's a rogue.
yeah, she's a rogue. Yeah, she's leaning on her voice a lot. She hasn't actually used any of her rogue abilities yet. She hasn't really been like she's leaning into, or rather, she's used her expertise. She's leaned into her expertise, but that's just an inherent. That's a passive part of her class. You know, that's why she's able to go in initiative so high in initiative because she's
Destin, real quick, are you getting XP for what you're doing?
she's roguish.
this one, yeah,
Yeah.
this is just another stuff. I can't find anything that gives XP. Like I
Alright.
can kill everything gold.
Then,
But
like quite literally in the village,
And like literally
summoned a
5,000
small black hole.
everything.
Granted, to target the dragon, but
it was
still a small
Black hole, right.
Like
in
it's a
its
black
damage.
hole.
right, and
Like
and that's so. As like it's really only been 2 combats. You guys have been at this for literally a day and a half.
For a day.
Right.
And like
And-
there's already 4 or 5 usages from just Chloe's aspect.
Mhm.
and the usage has been kind of extreme.
Yeah. And
Yes.
it's quite literally
It's not been.
like
So
Like,
you
don't get me
never-
wrong. Like,
if I could
Like-
be allowed to finish a statement, I understand that it feels like there is not a lot for you guys to do right now because there is so much fodder in your face at this moment. But you guys have not hit the town. You guys have not seen Indabor's forces. You have met a raiding party and a scouting party. And you know, Indabor, while he's gonna be powerful, he's not even the tip of the iceberg in terms of the threats that you guys are going to be facing. Like to give
I understand.
and the things that you guys are going to be facing will have resistances. They will have means to counteract. They will have means to punish, and you know, once you guys are able like connect with your aspect powers like to the full extent of the story, then yeah, there will be a repercussion system. But at this point, you guys haven't even fully realized yourselves as aspects yet. You guys have your aspect powers, yes, but you haven't reached the hall. You haven't attuned yourselves. You haven't done any of the things that would make you subject to the code that aspects are supposed to conduct themselves by. So I do understand it feels like there's nothing for you guys, like rather it feels kind of counterintuitive to have a party as big as we currently have, but that is only because you're facing things that are not meant to be fighting you yet. Like you haven't fought things that are meant to fight you yet. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I'm just also gonna chime in here on that front. That's not fun either. Like, I get it. We're powerful, and they're shitty bandits and shitty kobolds. That's fine, I guess. But like, even so, I don't really care about combat that's not going to. I'm not saying that, like every combat needs to be a jaw-breaking, we're gonna die level shit. But if like let's say for the sake of argument that like when we do eventually find these people that you're talking about, that we're still not going to wash them immediately somehow, like that's still something way later down the line, and then to get to that we have to fight things that aren't even a fight, and then it's like, why are we even bothering doing the encounter at that point? Because it's like there's not going to be any tension. There's not going to be any reason for us to continue the fight if we're going to walk through this town. And yes, there's going to be a lot more enemies, but it's going to be a lot more enemies to do the same thing that we did the last 2 times with. Like, you know, Janemba's gonna like summon Red Dragon Archfiend, and Mech is gonna roll 3 times in a row and create a black hole butthole, and then Kaiser's gonna tell those 2 things to fuck, and then create a child that then Mac is going to kill and make armor out of. Like it's going to snowball so hard to the point that my character could legitimately take a nap and then wake up when the rest wake up when everything's done. I get what you're saying, but that's not fun. Like,
so, Vaughn,
it's
Vaughn,
I don't.
Vaughn.
Okay.
So the drawbacks to my powers aren't necessarily drawbacks to the powers. It's drawbacks created as a self-imposed rule on my character. Right? I am about hunting. I'm not about abusing or completely taking things down. I saw, like, if you notice the movements for any of my combats, I set traps to, give you guys advantage to attack, or, give yourself, like, the opening attack, so while I move through to go find the thing that I'm going to fight.
Yeah.
Like, I took out,
That makes
my
sense.
movement in the last combat specifically was, Dragon Commander nearly murked Janemba and did damage to mech and did damage to the thing. That's a wide range attack that he got, like, he pretty much got back the first turn. I went and attacked and then moved to the big dragon. Right?
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna end the stream, and then we can pick this back up because this is actually a relevant conversation. But I don't want to just have Destiny sitting in the background. That it will end the Saturday special. We appreciate it of you all for coming out. If you enjoyed the stream, please drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell notification so you get notified whenever we do anything on the channel. We will be back on Tuesday with Teams and Tactics, either Spell Force or something else if we have more people. Yeah. The website should be up within the next week, so be on the lookout for Spectral Soul wares, and that will do it for I guess that's it. So until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and have a wonderful evening, everyone. Good night.